Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about the POS payment system. The solution I'm going to demo today is from iOS Retail. So in my previous video, I demonstrated the Magento integration, e-commerce integration with iOS Central. So I mentioned a little bit about iOS Retail. So iOS Retail is a retail solution. It built on Dynamics Nav originally, and after Microsoft rebranded Dynamics Nav to Dynamics 365 Business Central, iOS Retail renamed their solution to iOS Central. Okay, so let's see some introduction of iOS Retail. So they have around 4,000 customers around the world. There's more than 62,000 stores in more than 120 countries are using their solution. And there are over 260 certified partners in 75 countries with partnership with them. So our company, EC Advance, is one of them. So we are a Microsoft partner. We are also iOS Retail partner. And so this slide is all the retail customers that iOS Retail support. It has many big names like Adidas. Pet Valu is in Canada. So Pet Valu is using iOS Retail solution. And some Subway in Iceland is using their solution. And Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, these names are very familiar to us. And Starbucks Philippines are using iOS Retail solution. KFC in Iceland are using iOS Retail. So IKEA, so worldwide, no matter in which country, there are 29 locations are using iOS Retail. And Blue Mountain Resort, I think it's very well known in Canada. So it says in the United States, but actually they have locations in Canada. So so there are many big names that we know that iOS Retail provides support with. So they're using iOS Retail system. And so what is retail? So retail business include like selling goods, products to the consumers for their personal, family, or household use. And retail is the last stage in the distribution process. So retail outlet, like their stores and sell smaller quantities of products or services. And the business operates as a retail outlet will typically buy goods directly from manufacturers or wholesale suppliers, and then they will mark them up in price and for sale to end customers. Okay, so what type of retail outlets like retail businesses like iOS Retail provide a system solution to? So like department stores, discount stores, supermarkets, specialty stores, restaurants, salons, cinema, arena, museums, and much more. And so what is iOS Nav? So I talk about iOS Nav. iOS Nav is the iOS Retail solution built on top of Microsoft Dynamics Nav. And many people may know Dynamics Nav because this is a ERP solution and it exists. It's a very popular ERP solution around the world, and it has the biggest customer base, the largest customer base. Dynamics Nav is a powerful, flexible ERP solution, and iOS Retail extend this functionality into a business-ready retail solution. So the main benefit compared to other solutions that iOS Retail have, the same solution, the same platform from POS to inventory, accounting, and business intelligence. So actually iOS Retail, because it's built on top of Dynamics Nav, so it's the same solution, but it will add to the base Dynamics module, and it will add the POS and add other like store pricing management. So you can have different structures for different stores, and you can distribute the items from the head office to different stores. So it's very good for like a franchising the retail chain management. It's an all-in-one solution. It starts with a master data and it does your price management for different stores. It can manage the different store pricing structures. It can distribute items from your head office to your stores, and it can distribute different items. So you can manage the differences between the stores, the price difference, the retail items difference. And also you can manage your staff, your employees, you can have the back office to manage your finance, your everything, administration work. And you can do this inventory count. It has the handheld terminals. It has the mobile POS app, mobile inventory app, and can manage the replenishment, manage your purchasing orders, and it can do the transfers. You can have stock requests and transfers between different stores, and manage your shipping, receiving, picking, and can manage the shelf press label, press check, and manage staff. Already mentioned that. Cash management at the back office. It manage your sales history at the stores. It manage your POS in the store front end, and the store can do the statement at the end of the day as the end of day process. Okay, so it is an all-in-one solution. It manages all the areas of your retail business. For the point of sale, the point of sale handles the sales to the customers, and it's typically include like a computer and a monitor, cash drawer, receipt printer, customer display, and barcode scanner. So POS is simply the location where the sales is conducted, money collected, and the receipt is provided to the customer. And for LS Nav, POS is an application with a graphic user interface. So you can see at the bottom of this slide, you can see how the POS looks like. That's the POS interface. You can have multiple languages, and you can see those buttons, and you can log in with different stuff, ID, password, and you can have multiple interface layouts. And these interface layouts are user defined. You can customize your POS interface layout, and you can customize the screen size. And also for the graphics support, you can put some image on the buttons and on the items, so you can differentiate. You can give you a visual. Give you the visualization for you to differentiate different buttons and different items. Okay, so the LSPOS can be used with both the keyboard or touchscreen equipment, and offers features like make sales transactions easy to set up, and it's easy for manage your sales process for the retail business. Okay. At the back office is the place where tasks dedicated to running the company takes place. So like item and price management, calculating and posting POS sales, and you do the replenishment, inventory count, inventory management, etc. Okay, so that's a brief introduction of the solution of LS Retail. So next, I'm gonna demo how to use the LS POS. So first, I'm gonna demo a solution from LS Central on-premise. It's an on-premise solution. You can see how you use the POS to sell your items and charge the customers. Okay, so now I'm demonstrating how you can use the POS to do the retail transactions for your customers. So I logged into LS Central. Actually, you could see on the top it says connected to Dynamics 365 Business Central. This is an on-premise version of LS Central. So I logged in as a retail buyer role. So my user personalization is retail buyer. And what I do next, so in order to log into the POS, I have to assign myself to the retail user. I logged in as super, so I have to go to retail users, assign myself a store, a location, and also the POS. So if I search my ID, you could see I'm being assigned to a store. Actually, this is a web store. Actually, it's a demo I did yesterday for the Magento e-commerce integration with LS Central, and I use this store, the web store, and the web store location, the POS. Okay, so that's change it to another store. It's just a regular store like a market. You can see I have different store tabs like a supermarket, cosmetics, fashion, restaurant. So I have different kind of stores just for the demo purpose. So this is a demo environment. So let me log into the supermarket store. It's a demo store. It's a supermarket layout. So you can see, so my location automatically populated to that location. I just need to select a POS I need to use. So let's select the one at the entrance for now. And then after I confirm, then I can run the POS. I just need to say run client. And then when it's running, actually I will use a staff ID. And that staff ID is a cashier. And it be used as a testing account. It can be used across all these stores and POS. And you don't need to put in a password for that stuff. So I'm just gonna enter that staff ID after the POS open. Okay, so you can see it's loading, processing. It's also opening a Windows client for the POS. Okay, let's log out. And 101, I don't need to put in a password for 101. Okay, so this is the interface of the POS, and you can see your items. You can do the item lookup. You can find an item. So yeah, I do not have any idea what item I'm gonna purchase because it's only a demo. So I can use the item lookup, and I can select an item from here. I say OK. So this item load up, this milk item load up. Okay, then you can see the price for this item. And if you don't like this, then item, you can sales line, then you can void it. And you can change the price. Sometimes the check price. If you have an item you don't know how much is it, you can check the price. And if you are store manager, you can set up a different store staff permissions. Like only store manager can change the price. If it's a regular cashier, then the screen will ask them to ask permission from a manager in order to change the price. So right now, I didn't set up that permission to control me to change the price. Let's change the price for the milk to $10 for now. So it changed to $10. Local currency LCY. And so I want to change the quantity. I can also go here and I can change a discount. I can give a discount. Also, this should be set up for as a store manager permission. And I can change the quantity. So change quantity should be a regular operation by the cashier. So that should be included in the cashier's permission. So I change the quantity to 10, and then the current balance is $100. And you can select by categories, like if it's children's products. So you see those big buttons. It tells you how it looks like, has the pictures as well. And so after you selected all your items, then you can finalize the payment. You can go to total, and so because I don't have any test card to test. I can say cash, and I want to pay the exact amount, so I say like 190, and it's posted, so the transaction is gone. So this is how you process POS transactions and sell to the customer on the iOS Retail on-premise solution, which is called iOS Central. And so next, I'm gonna demo another solution of iOS Retail. It's called iOS Express. So this solution is provided as an extension on the app stores. If you are using Business Central Online, the Business Central Cloud version, then you can install this extension as Express. It's a simplified POS payment solution, and it's the POS interface does not have all these big buttons. The interface is kind of look like the regular sales order header and sales order lines. But that's a quick solution you can implement with Business Central Online. Okay, so I'll show you that in just one moment. Okay, so now I want to go through the simplified POS solution from iOS Retail, which is called iOS Express. So before I do the demo for Express, I want to explain the difference between the integrated PIN pad and the non-integrated PIN pad. So iOS Retail provide a POS solution, but it's not integrated with the POS PIN pad. So in order to do that, so we as partner, we do the integration with your PIN pad. We have to do the customization to enable you to integrate your PIN pad with the POS. And how to tell the difference between integrated PIN pad and non-integrated PIN pad. So if it's integrated, when you click on total and select card, and on the POS, it will tell you to swipe or insert the card. So it will draft the message to send to the PIN pad to instruct the customer to insert or swipe their cards. If it's non-integrated, then these two processes will be separate. So on your POS, when you click on total, click on card, then the total is showing up, then you finalize the payment. But at the same time, you have to manually enter that amount in the PIN pad for the customer to insert or swipe their card. So those will be two separate processes. Usually for our customers, we provide the integration of iOS POS with the payment system supported by ChargeLogic Payment, because ChargeLogic, they are partnered with TD Merchant Service. So if you are using the PIN pad from TD, then the POS PIN pad, the PIN pad can be integrated with LS with the LS POS. So but if you are using other merchant services, and we can do the card not present. Card not present is like you take the customer credit card and credit card number, the expiration date, and the CVV code, and then that has to be manually entered into the system. So that's a solution ChargeLogic Payments provide. Or you can use iOS Pay. iOS Pay is a solution provided by iOS Retail as well. So it's a payment solution. So, but we still have to do some integration for it to be integrated with your POS payment system. Okay, so there are some options I want to state before I do the iOS Express demo. So iOS Express is a simplified POS solution provided by iOS Retail. In order to get it, you have to go to App Stores. You go from the extensions, then you go to Marketplace, then you can search for that. So you go to Manage Extension Marketplace, then it will bring you to the App Stores. Then you can search for that solution. So you can search by iOS Express, then you find it from the Business Central. Okay. So it takes some time for this. Okay, Express. Then you will find it. So you will see all the Dynamic 365 solutions, but we are looking for Dynamic 365 Business Central. Then you see all, If you click on that, then you will see the AliExpress solution. This is there. Okay, then you can install this. Then it has a free trial. You can test it. And after you install, then you'll see it show up under your extensions. So right now I have it installed. If you want to uninstall it, you can just double click and click on uninstall. Okay, so after you set that up, in order for you to go into AliExpress interface, you have to go to My Settings, and then you have to change your role to the Sales Associate role. So there's a AliExpress Point of Sale Sales Associate role. You have to confirm you are using that role to log in. And also, after you log into the interface, then you can click on this Kronos Canada Inc., this company name. Then all the administration, like the system setup, the cash drawer, and the stuff, the store stuff, everything is set up from here. And usually before you start this process, there's a wizard for you to go through to set up your customer, your payment method, all those kind of things used by the point of sale system. And you set up your payment methods. You can add your payment method, drawer stuff, subscription. If your company has multiple users with a Business Central subscription, but then after you install AliExpress, then only one trial license is allowed. So you cannot have all those Business Central users using the point of sale at the same time. So if I'm using it, I have to switch the user ID to myself. If somebody else is using it, then you have to switch the subscription user ID to somebody else. So only after you purchase the paid version of AliExpress, based on how much licenses you paid, then you can have multiple users using the point of sale at the same time. Okay, so that's about the setup. So you do all the setup from the administration, and the first time when you log in, after you install AliExpress, there will be a wizard to walk you through the setup process. Then you have to set up your cash customers on the POS. Then you set up your staff profile. After you go through that, then you log in as the sales associate on the POS. Then you'll see this interface. So now I can go to my point of sales. So I can log in. So you log in as Jesse W, who is not set up to run the POS. The reason of this is because this Business Central is used by across my company. So I have other other coworkers. They're using the same POS. So right now it's set up, the stuff is set up me, but I have to change, there's a license. I have to change that license to myself as well, subscription. Okay, so right now it's by another user. So I have to change this user ID to my user ID for me to log into the POS. Because for the trial, it can only license one AliExpress user. So if you have multiple users for Business Central, and all those users want to try out this functionality, then you have to switch the users from the subscription setup to your user ID. So after I did this switch, then I should be able to log into my point of sale. Then you could see I can open this right now. So I logged in as Jesse. Jesse is a regular cashier, and I have a manager. So I set up different permissions for different people. So let me log in as cashier. So I click on the staff ID. This is a link. Then you put in your password. Let's see if I can remember my password properly. No, the password is incorrect. Let me try another password. It seems to be working for this password. Okay, so after I log in, then you will see the POS interface. Then this is a POS interface. So it does not look the same as the AliCentral on-premise POS because, as I said, it's a simplified solution. So if you want to sell a product, you can simply scan the product. Then it will show up on the bottom pane. So let me see if so this product, let me put in another product. So you can use the item number to enter the product, or you can you can use the item number to enter product because this item is the same that's like this one, so that's why you see the quantity change from 1 to 2. So let's put another one. Okay, 1005. So this is another item. I can enter the item number, but usually you do not remember the item number. You usually scan, right? Because I'm only do a demo, so that's why I cannot scan the item. And or you can enter the item description, the name of the item. Then you can select from all these items. Okay, so this item, because I didn't set up the price yet, so I can set up the price on the fly. Click on OK. It will show up on the bottom pane, and you can change the price. You can change the quantity from here. So that I want to change it, can increase the quantity, decrease quantity, or I can just click on this number and change this number to 10. Change this quantity to 10. Okay, and then you can finalize your payment. You can click on Pay. Then you have different tender types you can select. So right now, because I don't have a credit card to try, I just want to pay the exact total amount. So I will say exact cash. Proceed to payment. It asks your confirmation if you want to proceed the payment for this cash payment. I click on yes, then it will get posted. So it's a very simple solution because one of the item text group must have a value in the sales line. One of the item is a new it's a third line I set up. That item is an item I set up on the fly, so it does not have a text group code added to it yet, so it cannot post it. So let's cancel this. Let's finish the item setup. So a good thing about this system is like at the back end of this system, it just it's your ERP system, so you can set up everything on the fly. So because my item wasn't set up properly, so after you fix your item text group, you can go back to the POS. Then you can pay the exact amount. You can select pay, and so I want to pay by cash, exact cash. So if you want to proceed. Yes, so now it will get posted. And so you can also, except for sales, you can also do refund, and so all those transactions like refund, suspend can be done or retrieve can be done on the POS itself. For example, I can also say pay to customer account if you want to leave it to the customer account. So if I go to my cell, you can see I can suspend or retrieve a transaction. If I'm in the middle of a transaction, like the customer saying like they have something to do, then they have to pick up their purse from the car, then they can come back to pay it. Then, for example, this transaction I'll have 56, 57 now, but the customer says, oh, I have to pick up my wallet to get my credit card to pay it. So you can suspend the transaction, then the transaction will be gone. Enter comment, you could say, we'll come back. Okay, so then this transaction will be suspended. Then when the customer get their wallet and comes back, then you can retrieve this transaction. You can select retrieve, and then you will see all the transactions listed. You can see your comments. So this one, it says will come back. So this is the one was suspended just today. So you want to retrieve this one, then it will load the transaction again on your POS. So even this is a simplified version, but it has all the functionalities like you usually perform on the POS. You can see your sales history. You can set up your drawer. You can add a transaction to the payment method to the drawer and put in the amount. Okay, so like the customer, you can select remove from drawer. So like you may have like multiple POS, and between the POS, sometimes if you used all your cash from your POS, but you have to pay the customer, give the change to the customer in cash, then you can, so you use add to drawer or remove from drawer to transfer the transfer the bills or cash from different drawers. And open drawer is like at the beginning of the day, then you have to perform the process to open for the day. Then you have to open your drawer, count the cash to confirm like the float has exactly what it says it should have, all those kind of things. Yeah, then you can, if the customer if the POS didn't print out the receipt, then you can always go back and print the last receipt. That's usually when the printer run out of paper. Then you can switch the printer paper roll. Then you can print the last receipt again. Yes, all this you can change your password on the POS and see your current sales profile as well. Yeah, so that's basically there's some shortcut here on the right hand side. You can see the totals you can pay by exact cash or exact card, and you can see the items. You can add some items for quick access. Then you can see the items from here. Then you can select the items. So these are your favorite items or favorite customers, but usually the POS is set up to use the POS customers. Then you can see, you can have a lookup of all the items and all the customers. So this is from your Business Central system at the back end. Yeah, because sometimes it's a POS cash customer, but sometimes it will be like a regular customer. They want to leave the payment to their account, so then you have to have a lookup before you can charge to that customer account. Okay, so I think that's all for what I want to share today. Thank you so much for attending this session.